Koob, did you know that the Batman Part 3 is cancelled?
It's canceled.
Yeah?
No?
Well, a lot of people online are saying it's cancelled. And we're going to discuss if that's actually true or not. It's recently been announced that Matt Reeves is going to direct and executive produce a television series for Apple Television
Okay.
based on Ted Wolfe's 1987 novel, The Bonfire of the Vanities.
This means that the Batman Part 3 is canceled is because he's doing another thing?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but that is the biggest leaps in logic I've ever seen. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. I think it's idiotic. I think it's an idiotic thing to jump to.
I've seen so-called legit websites report titles such as Bad News for Batman fans, Matt Reeves has moved on to Apple Television, or This is a blow to Batman fans. Matt Reeves won't move into directing and writing the Batman Part 3 immediately following the Batman Part 2.
Just give the man a break. Like, he doesn't need to do everything Batman.
I mean, think about this, right? Matt Reeves has been working on the Batman since 2018, essentially like non-stop, right? That's been his whole creative life.
Yeah, it's been 8 years. I think we should let the man take a break from Batman if he wants to take a break from Batman.
Exactly. And he's not going to write this show. It's been written by David E. Kelly. So he's only basically directing.
People are talking about James Gunn here and stuff.
For a lot of people, it's bringing up the old fears that James Gunn's forcing out Matt Reeves, that James Gunn doesn't want part three to enter production. He doesn't want part three greenlit because he wants to rush forward on his Brave and the Bold movie.
It feels like to me it's just people wanting to point their fingers and, be mad at James Gunn again. Not to say he's been the most perfect head of DC. If he wanted to, he would just have canceled the Batman Part 2 before the script was even finished.
I think that the sequel was greenlit by the previous Warner Brothers administration. So it's possible that contracts were signed and he kind of couldn't cancel it. It's
Maybe.
it's possible that David Zaslav had sort of said, leave this guy alone because part one was this great success. Let him do his thing because we need a Matt Reeves Batman sequel. Warner Brothers, the company, needs him to make more movies because he's bringing in the bacon, right? So it's possible he had some kind of protection. And now maybe that protection's sort of not there for him with part three necessarily, because maybe Zavslav's moving out of things, right? Because he sold Warner Brothers. Agreements were made for part two, and James Gunn had to honor it. But then with part three, there have been no agreements in writing or anything like that for part three. So there's no commitments given. So it's just possible that James Gunn's just sort of said, like, we just don't want a part three. Like, doesn't matter how successful part two turns out to be. We don't want a part three because we're going to move on with the DCU Batman. That's possible. But to say that that is definitely what's happening would be incorrect. There's no proof to say that is happening one way or another. It's just all speculation at this point.
Yeah, it's like a logical fallacy.
And for those that feel that Matt Reeves should start work on the Batman Part 3 immediately upon the release of the Batman Part 2, I would just like to point out that if you look historically at the previous directors of Batman movies, after Batman released in 1989, Tim Burton did not go straight into Batman Returns. He made a smaller movie first. He made Edward Scissorhands.
Similarly, didn't Nolan go from Batman Begins to The Prestige?
Yep.
So I think we just need to give Matt Reeves a break. We don't need to rush him like into part three because then we're gonna get a terrible product.
Right, because the only time that they rushed into a sequel was Batman and Robin. Batman Forever was a success. They rushed the production and got Batman and Robin out 2 years later. And we know what a disaster that turned out to be. So history tells us not to rush these things and to let the director take their time to make sure that the script is good and that their batteries are recharged. And so they come back fresh with new ideas. After he did The Dark Knight, Nolan then went and made Inception
Oh yeah, he
before he made
did.
The Dark Knight Rises. And The Dark Knight Rises came out 4 years after The Dark Knight. And yet no one was complaining back then. No
I think it's
one was
just
saying, oh, this is it. It's doom and gloom. It's all over. People allowed these other directors the space, the time to do their thing.
it feels like it's just kind of impatience brought on by the Batman Part 2 not releasing until next year. Like impatience.
Yeah. And Matt Reeves takes a long time to write. He's took a long time to write part two, but he took a long time to write part one as well. People sometimes forget that. I think he took sort of a year and a half to a year and 3/4 to write part one. So if he does do this Apple TV series, that doesn't mean that part three is even delayed or even comes out later than fans might hope.
Yeah, it just
I mean, how long would he be working on this TV series? He's making a season for Apple. No more than a year, right? It's not a multi-year commitment, is it? It's not like they're making multiple seasons.
yeah, because what they're just adapting a book. Satirical. Okay. So it pretty much just criticizes New York.
Yeah, it's a satire. It's criticizing Wall Street. There's racism in there. There's social struggle, class struggle, all the good stuff. Brian De Palma made the 1990 movie.
Huh.
It's not considered to be very good, though. From everything I'm looking at, I can't see anything about it being multiple seasons. I would assume it's a one and done.
Yeah, unless they somehow find a way to stretch the book out.
That is very possible that it turns into like 2 seasons or three seasons to cover the book.
Yeah.
Now, if that happened, then I would say, okay, we might have a problem, right? Batman 3 might not be happening then because if it was like, say, 3 seasons of the thing and he committed to direct all 3 seasons, then there might be a bit of a problem.
Let's
Because
see.
how is he going to get time to write and then film a movie?
Bonfire of the Vanities. Let's see. See how many pages it is, because I I just still think people are jumping to crazy Oh, it's actually a pretty long book. 720 pages.
Mm.
But Apple TV shows, they tend to be, their episodes
About an
tend to
hour.
be about an hour. I believe Severance season one was at least 10 episodes. Okay,
Okay,
it
so
was,
we're
I think,
talking
oh, they
10
do,
hours of television to cover a 700-page novel. It can be done.
yeah.
I don't think there's any need to panic at this point and start prophesying that part three is cancelled.
Yeah,
I think it's safe to say people should just calm down for now.
it just seems like people freaking out for no reason.
Yeah,
I mean, is that all we have to say about
that is
this?
it. That's all we're gonna say. So that's our official stance. Is like chill out.
Yeah.
Enjoy
You,
waiting for Batman Part 2, which hasn't even started filming yet.
all right, well, I'll catch you in the next video, okay, citizen?
Yeah, thanks for joining me. And thank you for listening.